Bill, tonight, I get the question, you get the question. What's so different about Prodovite and Brain Reward? We know how it works. We have these fabulous testimonies, or the fantastic, tabulous word testimonies, because we ran out of words. So basically, how is it so different? Why is Prodovite and Brain Reward so different?
Well, if other companies, and I appreciate the question, I get asked it all the time as well. And every time I do presentations, people look at the results, and they always come back and they say, well, why is it so different? Even though I go through the steps, and I'm going to do that again tonight, I want everybody to understand that in many of the products in the dietary supplement industry that are multiple ingredient formulas, it is just oftentimes too expensive to use too many premium quality ingredients. So companies, from an economic standpoint, shy away from doing that. And they tend to use the expensive premium quality ingredients in either standalone or 2, 3, or 4 ingredient formulas for antioxidants, for telomeres, for DNA improvement. I mean, just for, you name the issue, and generally it is a formula that is confined to just a handful of ingredients. When you start dealing with 10, 20, 30 different ingredients, most of the companies have a paradigm of keeping the cost as low as possible while still trying to achieve some uniqueness, number one, and number two, some therapeutic benefits that they can get some testimonials out of. And a lot of companies use what they call science to support their products, which is either science on a particular ingredient or group of ingredients, or a scientific advisory board member that says, hey, this is really good stuff. We are distinctly unique and superior to all of these types of representations and presentations. The first thing that we do is we do start with premium quality ingredients, and we do something called an FTIR fingerprint so that we can guarantee the consistency of the beneficial effects from batch after batch after batch, not relying on the raw material ingredients certificate of analysis alone. We actually, the FTIR stands for Fourier Transform Infrared Analysis. It's a type of energetic fingerprint. It's taking a picture of the energy, so to speak, and that tells us, as I said, as a fingerprint, it tells us exactly what the product is supposed to have as an energetic fingerprint, and when any changes are made to that product, they show up in the FTIR. So we run FTIR fingerprinting on all the ingredients first, and that's a reference standard, and then we run an FTIR on the finished product and use that as a reference standard for the finished product. And every time a production batch is manufactured, if there is one single deviation from that FTIR fingerprint, we go back and ask some hard questions as to why. And if there's not good answers, unfortunately, that whole batch would be sacrificed. And it would be sacrificed at the manufacturer's expense because they already know that we have to match this FTIR. So we've been very fortunate we haven't had to do that yet because I've known all of our production facility personnel for many, many years. The newest one we have I've known since 1991. So the people that make our Prodovite I've known since 1987. We have a long relationship. They realize the level of our quality and seriousness, and they are as fanatical about maintaining the quality of our products as we are. So that's number one. Number two, once again, we do use premium quality ingredients, and this is the part that is duplicatable. Premium quality, evidence-based, which means scientifically based, branded, trademarked, and the least of the factors is expensive. These are premium quality ingredients are expensive. that's the kind of products we use. All our botanicals are water extracted. We use no chemical solvent extracted botanical products. Our herbal complex in the Prodovite, for example, is a 1-to-1, one part herb, 1 part water extraction. So we have premium quality products. Most of the botanical complexes in the market that do water extraction and that are premium quality use pretty much a 1 part herb to 4 parts water. We use 1-to-1. We get a highly concentrated, beneficial product that has all the important components in it, not just extracted for a single, a single active ingredient. I don't believe in that. I believe in the biology, the system's biology. The second thing we do is because digestive problems are the number one health malady in our culture. They are the number one most prescribed class of drugs for digestive problems. After accidents, it's the number one reason for emergency room visits. Digestive issues underpin every single major degenerative disease. So no matter how good the ingredients are, if they can't get in, they're pretty much impotent. They're useless. They can't perform any great benefits to the body, or the great benefits that they could perform are really limited. And most people who think the products are doing a great job, it's only a fraction of the product that's able to get in because of the limitations of and the barriers of digestion caused by digestive impairment. So in order to overcome that, we run all of the ingredients in the Prodovite, for example, through an advanced type of mechanical predigestion. It's an advanced wet milling process called a low-shear tri-blender jet compression particle processing. So it makes all of the ingredients uniformly small, as if you were chewing. It's like super chewing. And it breaks down the particles into uniformly small sizes so that we can load more of them into the third step of the process, phospholipids. Phospholipids are very interesting molecules. In nature, if you try and combine water with oil, it doesn't work, except in a phospholipid. So we're able to load a wider, more diverse range of uniformly small nutraceutical particles into a phospholipid because they have a water-loving side and a fat-loving side of the molecule. And when the now uniformly small ingredients are presented to the phospholipid, they favor one side or the other. And the side they don't favor curls around and encapsulates all the ingredients in this phospholipid, now called a liposome. And we run this process an extended period of time so that we get clusters of liposomes encapsulated within a liposome. And we run that process to repeat up to 100 concentric layers of clusters of phospholipids within a phospholipid. All the tissues of the digestive system love phospholipids, and they absorb effortlessly. But the other thing, the fourth thing that we do that makes such a significant difference is we use another natural botanical substance that has a very high energy signature naturally, and we mix that into the phospholipid material that we use for the protosoming. And when we run the protosoming, it amps up the energy signature of the Prodovite and enhances its energetic value and impact in all the tissues in the body through absorption and biological benefits. And that's what makes the results that you see in the livebloodcellvideo.com so absolutely remarkable. Remember, all of your white blood cells are made from all of your red blood cells. So if you don't have healthy red blood cells, you don't have healthy white blood cells. And if you don't have healthy white blood cells, your digestion is straining because 70 to 80% of your digestive system tissue resides, 70, 80% of your lymphatic or your immune system tissue resides in your digestive tract. So you can see the sequence of events unfold in an unhealthy way if you have unhealthy blood. And we know that the life of the flesh is in the blood. So when you take Prodovite and you see those dramatic benefits in the live blood cell video, it just gives you a tip of the iceberg snapshot into the fact that we are improving the health of the blood, we're restoring the ability to carry oxygen, we're restoring the ability to carry and use oxygen and carry and use water. And those are the two most important factors for sustaining life. The consumption of food, presence of sunshine, drinking water, breathing air are all centered around the ability to use oxygen and use water to sustain life. As we age, aging is characterized, and disease and all these other maladies that are, fall under disorders and diseases are characterized by a reduced ability to use oxygen. The more severe the condition, the greater the inability to use oxygen, and a reduced ability to use water, which means increased dehydration. So the Prodovite doesn't diagnose, prevent, cure, or treat any diseases. It just restores cell respiration. That is the ability for oxygen to burn sugar, to make energy, and all the other functions of oxygen. It reduces oxygen-free radicals because it improves oxygen utilization, and it improves hydration. And that most of your chemical transactions in the body take place in an environment of water. So all of the benefits that Prodovite are attributed to Prodovite are because the ingredients, the predigestion, the protozoaming, and the energy frequency imprinting with another natural botanical substance make it so remarkably different than anything else in the marketplace. And briefly, the Brain Reward uses a proprietary, on the label it says MSA technology. And on the label that stands for molecular self-assembly. It is a liposoming technology that is outstanding. The product works wonderfully well. But folks, get ready. We're just on the cusp of improving that with the superior delivery technology of the Prodovite in the Brain Reward. So that'll be coming in a number of weeks. We'll be able to get that going. But right now, the testimonials on the Brain Reward are just absolutely stunning, and we have testimonials on the Prodovite as well. And I hope that's answered the question, Paul. I mean, both of the products have great ingredients. Both of them get in really well, and the Brain Reward improves gene expression and rebalances the brain chemistry and improves cognition and memory and awareness, global awareness, and reduces stress and improves cravings and the senses of reward and happiness. They're both fantastic products, and they work perfectly together with the Prodovite rebuilding the foundation of human health, and the Brain Reward helping to improve the competence of the brain's management of the entire body systems.